chief digital architect of HealthCare.gov says he was kept out of the loop on something critical. Henry Chow, House Oversight Committee, he was left off a memo outlining exposing serious security flaws in the system, flaws that could lead to fraud. Republican Congressman Mark Meadows is on the Oversight Committee. He joins us. Nice to see you.
It's good to be here.
Okay, Mr. Chow's going to be testifying tomorrow, but this is rather explosive. A September 3rd memo that said that there were problems with the site. He says he never got, and then he gives the green light on the September 27th to launch the website.
Well, it just shows that there's not communication going on. There was such a rush to make sure that it was opened up on October 1st that we looked at security issues that were obviously outlined, and he didn't even know about them. He was surprised by them.
Well, you say it nicely. You say that there are communication problems. I actually find it a little more appalling than maybe it's, but if there's a memo that says on September 3rd, it outlines serious security vulnerabilities present in the federal facilitated marketplace, the exchange. That's done by the Chief Information Officer, Tony Trenkel. And then you've got, on the 27th, you have Henry Chow saying, all clear, go, and gives the green light, and it gets launched. And now he says, he's pretty much suggesting that it was withheld from, or at least hidden. At least that's the way I mean.
Well, he normally would see that, and really the way that this authorization came about, Henry Chow's been there for 3 years, and he said he'd never seen an authorization be conducted in this way, and so that's troubling in itself. But Mr. Trenkel obviously didn't feel comfortable signing off on it, so it got moved up the line and essentially authorized, knowing that there were security issues.
So what happens? So tomorrow you're going to have the testimony. This was an interview that was done with him by the committee. What happens tomorrow?
Well, I think what we will see tomorrow is that very troubling, in a rush to try to make sure that October 1st was there, that we knowingly, that many people knowingly knew that there were security issues. And so my recommendation to the people back home is don't sign up until they fix it. There has never been a comprehensive security analysis of this website, so it's open even still to security breaches.
But we're pushing up against the line, against the the end of the year. People need to enroll in insurance.
Well, I can tell you that security is important, and I would not put my personal information on there, knowing what I've known.
Even if you had no insurance, even if it meant that you had no insurance come January 1.
Well, I mean, when you look at identity theft and a number of the other issues that are out there.
If you're in the middle of chemotherapy, or you got or you think there's something wrong with you, you're going to
need to do that. And those. But if it's an option, and you can keep your other insurance, the promise that we were made, you need to keep your other insurance and wait until this site, they need to take it down.
I guess, there's an awful lot of discussion about the site, but I see the site as almost a distraction, because I do believe that it's going to get fixed sometime. The thing that I don't get is how in the world this is going to be funded. I mean, maybe it'll all work out, but I don't know where all these young, healthy people are going to come out of the woodwork saying, let's pay for the older, sicker people around here. It just doesn't make sense to me. Plus, you've got the Medicaid expansion, and I'm not seeing the numbers of people who are signing up and paying for health insurance. So it's like, I think we'll sort out the website. And I
agree with you. We're going to sort that out. The website will be up and running. Security will still be an issue, but how do we pay for it? I can tell you, I've got business owners in Waynesville, North Carolina. Their premiums went from $600 to over $1,300 a month. That's how we're paying for it.
Well, except that they're going to start cutting jobs. And there's sort of a trickle effect.
Well, and it is, and all of a sudden what we're seeing is jobs, people being laid off, losing their health care, and each and every week it gets worse and worse. And we need to, it's not ready for prime time. We need to hold off on it.
Todd Park's supposed to testify tomorrow. He was subpoenaed. There's been some sort of is he in a show or a no show tomorrow?
Well, hopefully he shows up. The American people deserve the truth.
Well, he's got a subpoena.
He does have a subpoena.
Am I the only one who thinks he definitely will show up?
Well, I think he will show up, but if he Chairman Issa and others on the committee are really ready to hold him to task.
Oh, well, you just send someone out to pick him up, don't you? Like the sergeant-at-arms, just send somebody out. I mean, you can't just ignore a subpoena.
Or hold him in contempt.
Do something. Anyway, Congressman, nice to see you.
It's good to see you. Thanks.